Now there is another ayat which tells you in Surah 4 and Ayah 43, similar ayat, but it as you psychological. This was physical and psychological purification also mentioned in the Quranic ayat. Surah Nisa 4 and Ayah 43. Ya allatheena amanoola la taqraboo as-salah waantum sukarahatta taAAlamoo ma taqooloona walajunuban AAabiree sabeelin hattataghtasiloo in kuntum marda safarin awjaa ahadun minkum min algha-iti lamastumuannisaa falam tajidoo maan fatayammamoo sa'idan tayyiban famsahu biwujuhikum wa aydikum inna allaha kana afuwan ghafura. O you believe, do not come near to salah prayer when you are intoxicated until you know what you are saying, nor in a state of a stranger, physically or psychologically, except you are crossing of the way. You are a crosser of the way until you wash yourselves. And if you are ill or on a journey, or one of you come from the offices of nature, or you have been in contact with women, so you do not find water, then take for yourself good high land, then rub your faces and your hands. Surely Allah is pardoning and forgiving. You see, in this ayah, previously ayah was talking about the washing, the wuzu. In this ayah is telling you, you do not go near the prayer. Ya allatheena amanoo la taqraboo as-salata waantum sukarahatta taAAlamoo ma taqooloona. You see, this I will explain to you, but people have been saying to me, whether you are dying, whether you are in critical bad situation, you have to establish the salah prayer. Here Allah is asking you not to establish the salah prayer in the conditions laid down. First condition, we start with the first condition. Ya allatheena amanoo la taqraboo as-salata salah wa antum sukarahatta taAAlamoo ma taqooloona. This is the first condition. Meaning, you believe, do not come near to salah prayer when your mind is intoxicated. Meaning you are intoxicated from any drug, or your mind is not upright. So, until you explain, sukara means until you know what you are saying. Hattataghtasiloo ma taqooloona. You understand what you are saying in the prayer. You know what you are saying. Allah's ayat. You understand what you are saying? If your mind is befogged or intoxicated, you don't know what you're saying. Some people, they don't know. So Allah said, do not come near to prayer. But people know this. But I'm not stopping here. I'm going to read further also. Then further he says, walajunuban. Do not come near to prayer when you are in stranger position. Meaning you are having menses, or you are in janabat condition, or you have wet dreams. So you understand what I'm saying? Psychologically, you don't have to come. AAabiree sabeel, or you are a cross of the way, meaning you have crossed that position, meaning the menses periods are over. Hattataghtasiloo, then you take a bath. You followed him saying, and after you have crossed the way, you wake up and now you are not feeling, you have gone through this dream and now you take a bath. So you are the cross of the way, you take a bath. Now further he says, in kuntum marda. If you are sick, what you do? Do not come near to prayer. You follow the context is, do not come near to prayer. It has to come down. But you must know what kind of sickness is that. Then he says, if you safarin, if you are on a journey, and if you are sick, or in a journey, or you come from a toilet, or you have touched the woman, in that condition, if you know that condition, and you don't find water also, so you do not have to pray in a condition which you know this condition. If you can do it. So the judgment is upon the person himself. He has to decide what type of position I am. If I am that type of sick that I cannot pray, so don't pray. If you are not in that condition, you can pray, you pray. Now, in this ayah, now that the ayahs that I'm going to describe from 2, 3, 4 ayahs, which will describe you what, how and why about the prayers. Why we are praying, how we are praying, I've discussed the format. But now about the recitation of the Quranic ayat and how. Meaning there are types of prayer, if you will note, for Fajr, for Maghrib and Isha. These are the prayers that are read loudly, so that the Imam and the people standing behind, they can listen what you are reciting. And there are prayers that are Zohar and Asr are not read loudly. You know that Zohar and Asr are not read loudly. They are read in your heart. So the 5-time prayers are divided. That means day prayers are not read loudly. Night prayers are read loudly, except for Jummah. Except for one day Jummah prayer, Zohar prayer is read two first prayers, and they are read loudly. Otherwise, Zohar and Asr prayers are not to be recited loudly. In the prayers you have to recite in your heart. So this is how and what and why.